We know how to count squares to find the area of a shape. Today we will learn how to use standard units to find the area of a shape. What are some standard units of length? We know how to use centimeters. We know how to use inches. We know how to use feet. We know yards. And we also know miles. Today we're going to take these units of length and we're going to use these to find area. We learned that when we use area, we use a standard unit of length and we make it into a square because it's covering a space, just like this. It's not covering a length. This is a square foot because it's a foot on one side. It's 1 foot on each side of this square. And this is what we use to measure area. Let's look at this poster that I want to hang on the wall. What is a standard unit of length that I could use to measure it? I could pick inches. I could pick feet. I could pick centimeters. All of those would work. Let's say that this is a smaller poster and it is 8 inches wide and it is 6 inches long. And I want to know what is the area of this poster. When I line it up on this inch grid, each side of one of these inch squares represents 1 inch. And if I wanted to find the area, I could just fill it in and count the squares. If I were to count all of these squares, I would know that the area of this poster equals 48 square inches because each side equals 1 inch. And when you make them squares, they're square inches. Let's look at this shape here. I know that this grid is measured in inches. So what I'm going to do to find the area is just count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could say that it is 10 square units. But I already know what the measurement is. I know it's inches. So instead of square units, I would say 10 square inches. If it were a mile, a square mile, I would say it would be 10 square miles. If each line represented a foot, I would say that it would be 10 square feet. When we talk about a standard square unit, that means that it's the same on all 4 sides. So if I said this was a square mile, that means that this side would be 1 mile, this side would be 1 mile, this side would be 1 mile, and so would the other. It would be 1 square mile. So remember, when you're finding the area, if you know the unit you are measuring with, remember to label it blank square and then name the unit. So if I said it was 8 square and I was measuring with yards, I could say 8 square yards. It's always important when you're dealing with area to name the unit.